My Word Rocks. Hello and welcome to My Vote Rocks, and a very, very happy Diwali to all of you out there. And yes, we are going to be discussing something around Diwali as well today, because in this particular episode of My Vote Rocks, we are going to take a close look at healthcare. Why is that important? It's important because if this was the United States, and anybody who's been following what's happening in the United States, healthcare is the #1 item on the political agenda. That's what this entire ruckus has been about, Obamacare and things like that. For various reasons, when we are going for elections out here, healthcare doesn't really seem to figure. We'll try and find out the reasons for that. But before I do any of that, let me start with some quick snap polling from all of you out here. How many of you have been binging on Diwali sweets? Okay, it's reasonably, well, some people have been saying yes. This entire lot has not. Why? What's wrong with Diwali sweets? I'm telling you, you're doing it for, are you doing it for health reasons or other reasons?
Not for health reasons per se, but yeah, I don't have a sweet tooth as such, so I don't really binge on Diwali.
If you don't have a sweet tooth, you don't count. Who else is binging? You are binging.
I'm not binging already. I'm saving it for that one day.
Oh, you're saving it for one big...
binge the whole week.
One big binge.
Yes, one day.
One big binge. Is that? I wonder if that's healthier or less healthy. Well, let's find out the answer to that. I'm actually curious. Is that a good tactic to follow or not? And so, to give us some of the answers for all of this, because we are going to try and get you some health tips as well, we do have with us Dr. Shikhar Sharma, dietitian, nutritionist, just the person who's going to tell us whether all of this is good or bad for you. So we'll get all the answers for you from that. We also have with us Dr. Wali, who's a physician to the President of India. I will be tempted to ask you what the President is eating right now with Bengali sweets at this time. Really, this is probably the time to find out. Simar Duggal, designer, entrepreneur, with us as well. Great to have you with us. And it's such a pleasure and an honor to have Dr. Devi Shetty joining us from Bangalore. Dr. Shetty, thank you so much for being with us. Fresh out of the operation theatre at that, so great that you could join us as well. I'm going to come to you, Dr. Shetty, with some of the health, for some of the medical stuff in a little while. But let's just finish, Shikha. The question on the sweets and the Diwali sweets and binging. Is a single day binging like she's thinking of doing a good idea or a bad idea?
All right, so a single day binging is not such a great idea because of three things. First is that her body won't be used to sugar, and suddenly there'll be like this flood of sugar. So she'll feel a little woozy and a little acidic, because too much of sugar creates acidity also. And of course, she might have water retention depending on her constitution. So it is better to have little every day, because your body can handle that.
And is it okay to have little every day?
Yeah, it's much better to have little every day.
Dr. Wali, this entire question of
Yes.
diet and health, is it something that we pay enough attention to? And frankly,
Yes.
this particular season, and one of the big problems of being in India is that you've got Diwali, which closely follows Eid. So first you binge on Eid, then you binge on Diwali. So by the time it's all over, your systems are pretty mad. And then you're heading for Christmas then. One of the perils of being in a secular country is that you have lots of these lining up.
Well, young India is healthy in general, but you see, there are a lot of temptations which my friend has just overcome. And you see, we are more concerned about the adulteration in the festive seasons rather than the sweets themselves like that. So, major issues are not the quantity, it's a quality. So, this is one of the very important segment which we should highlight. And this young generation, I feel very happy to be sitting with you. You are healthy, chirpy, bubbly, honest, straight, working hard, and you are the future of the nation. And the message which I want to give through you to the nation is that mind before you eat. And number two, select. You see, lot of people blame you for eating the stuff like junk food and all. And I don't find any chubby people here. So I'm very happy being
Okay, we'll find out why they're not chubby. Maybe they're exercising.
So
Maybe they're eating all sorts of junk and exercising.
Yes.
So we'll find
choose
out.
the right food is the answer.
Okay, Simar?
I think what I see in the youth today are two extremes which I'm very concerned about. On one side, you have obesity. We have rising obesity in teenagers, which I don't see around here, but I'm equally worried about the other end.
The gentleman sitting next to you purely as a rhetorical gesture because he's not looking chubby to us.
I've been given two excellent examples on either side, so that I'm not so worried about. But since we're all trying to conform to this new body type and we're all trying to play catch up, the other half, which really bothers me also, is anorexia or depression or an idea of trying to conform.
And let's remember, for a vast majority of the youth in the country, it's actual malnutrition. I mean, they are
100%.
The rate of child malnutrition in India is still staggeringly and frighteningly high. So,
one is
part of
due
what
to-
we are seeing is also in affluent areas where you're worrying about things like obesity.
Well, one, I think, is due to financial reasons, is malnutrition. But on the other hand, there's a lack of information. You know, they give you a body type and they expect you to live up to it, not really knowing, is this good for you? Is it good sweet, bad sweet, good fat, bad fat? You just go for it. And therefore, you have this weird graph, which I see a same person, overweight in 1 month, looking very thin on the second, again overweight, and with very low self-esteem. So I don't see that around me, but I know that I counter
Shikha was
it.
about to say that the paths where they become lean is when they've gone to her for advice. So that's the thing. They are overweight and then they suddenly get okay. All right, Dr. Shetty, let me just get you in. When you're looking at overall health concerns in India, and I'm going to come to some of the other stuff first, but with a bunch of young people, if you can just start with some of the basic things about what they're eating, whether they're exercising or not, how important is all of that to your mind? To prevent them at their age is getting some of those habits into shape, a good way in which they can stay in shape for the rest of their lives and eventually avoid having to ever go in for surgeries.
Most of the disease processes, especially disease of the heart, starts at a very young age. If the children are not conscious of what they are eating, they can definitely land in trouble. But if you ask me what is the single most culprit, that is the cigarettes, smoking. Smoking is a very important factor, and diet makes a big difference, because today junk food is available all over the place. It's not very expensive, and there is absolutely no exercise. Our youngsters, very few of them exercise, and their idea of exercising is building body and muscles. That's not necessarily true. Just to keep yourself fit, you can participate in some games and sports instead of spending so much of time in the Facebook in front of a computer. I think we are going to have an epidemic of cardiovascular complications in our country. You will find a massive, because genetically we are 3 times more vulnerable than Europeans. Being an Indian is a risk factor. Added to that, you add smoking and lifestyle and diet, poor diet, it's going to be hell.